Is the deal done? Are the 49ers are trading Brandon Aiyuk to the Browns or the Patriots? Those are the front runners. Don't waste your breath. Don't get worked up over that. Fans were hitting me up like, "Hey, is the deal done?" Because I guess people saw Brandon
The
Aiyuk
hug.
shaking hands and hugging John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and just assumed that that meant something, and obviously it didn't.
That was the same day that Brandon Aiyuk found a spot on one of the equipment golf carts.
Uh-huh.
He sat there and watched practice right outside the weight room. Debo Samuel came up. They chatted for a long time. I mean, he's still in the building. He's still around. And again, in a good mood.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's doing those mental reps. He's staying engaged, and he seems to be in good spirits, even though, he would have reasons, I guess, not to be in good spirits.
So yeah, man. So this we don't know when he's going to be traded. He might get traded in training camp. He might be traded during the season, or he might be traded during the deadline. But as you guys know, San Francisco 49ers, they're a great team. They're one of the teams that might see go to the Super Bowl again because they're top. Basically they're one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the NFL, and likely a chance to go to the Super Bowl. But other than that, definitely gonna pass it to Ronnie because this is Ronnie's team. This is Ronnie's team, Ronnie's team right here. So go out, go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take about potentially they might trade their wide receiver to another team? How do you feel
Now
about
when
that?
it, now, but when it comes to the aspect of Brandon Ayuk, don't get me wrong. Doing of course during last year regular season, he averaged about close to 100 yards per game. I think about like 5 to 6 catches per game. Not only that, but when it comes to the aspect of being very explosive and very exciting, Brandon Ayuk is the man. Him and Debo Samuel, I call them the two duos when it comes to them, and also George Kittle when it comes to capitalizing the field. Now, when it came to the Super Bowl when they played, they rivaled the Chiefs. Brandon Ayuk pretty much underperformed. I don't really blame him too much. I mostly blame Kyle Shanahan for the coaching when it came to the aspect of the Super Bowl and why the 49ers did not win the Super Bowl again against the Chiefs. So it wasn't mostly Brandon Ayuk's fault. However, when the Super Bowl was over, Brandon Ayuk tweeted the simple fact is it seemed like he's probably done with the 49ers because he don't like where the organization's going. Not only that, but his contract is up. We already know 49ers known for overpaying people. Not only that, paying people for a very long time. That's why a lot of people tend to not stay. You have like I said, Debo Samuel. Pretty soon, Brock Purdy. His contract comes up. They gotta get ready to pay him. Not only that, they gotta they pay George Kittle. There's so many people. The 49ers is a dominant team, but to keep that dominance, you gotta pay. And Brandon Ayuk want that money and he want that cheddar. So there's rumors that he's trying to go to Pittsburgh. Like you said, there's rumor he's trying to go to the Browns. There's rumor he's trying to go to Baltimore. There's a lot of rumors. But I think, to be honest, I think Brandon Ayuk is gonna stay with the 49ers because he still like the organization. He like you already know even though him and Kyle Shanahan relationship is kind of shaky, but he still like John Lynch. Yeah, he loved John Lynch. So even though he's on Twitter talking, doing whatever he normally do, but I don't think Brandon Ayuk is going anywhere. I think they're gonna negotiate his contract before the season start. Right now it's preseason week. Before the regular season start, I think they're gonna finalize the deal, and I think Brandon Ayuk is gonna be able to stay with the 49ers. And if not, Pittsburgh is looking at him, and also Cleveland. So let's see what happens. But I don't want him to leave because I think we got one more shot. I think we're favored to go to Super Bowl this year, and I think we are gonna go to Super Bowl and we're gonna finally bring home the trophy home to San Francisco. Go ahead, Akin.
Um, you just killed it. All I'm just gonna add to this point is this. There's a lot of players who think they deserve a certain amount of money because they see a bunch of people getting these large deals, 30, 40 million guaranteed, 60 guaranteed. We know that I've like this is an era I could say I've yet to see anybody that's GOAT status who actually deserve the money overwhelming like a Barry Sanders or a Joe Montana. A lot of these guys are, if I would say this politely, entitled. Shout outs to Sherry Bryan. Elitist at a point, thinking that you deserve this amount of money. You haven't won no Super Bowls. You're not Randy Moss. Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, guys who put in work. Salute the Hassan Tahir show. So I'm saying is this, like, I want to see a lot of you guys put in work and stop thinking you can get paid as being as top as some of these receivers and stuff like that. That's all I got to say on that.
No, but Randy Moss number one in the Super Bowl. Let's keep that back. Randy Moss number one in the Super Bowl. He
Randy
number
Moss
one.
number one. So
No,
who's that
No.
guy that played on
Jerry Rice won a Super Bowl.
Jerry Rice
no
won the
no
Super Bowl for the 49ers.
who's
But
that
Randy
guy
Moss
that
number one.
played with Tom Brady on the
What, Anthony
Patriots?
Brown?
No,
Anthony Brown?
wasn't there a guy named
Antonio
Moss?
Brown.
Antonio
Brown.
and Rob,
No, it's
Rob
another.
Gronkowski-
No,
Rob
it's another
Gronkowski
guy
was
named
tight end.
Moss.
No, Randy Moss, he did play for the New England, but the thing is, they lost the Super Bowl to the Giants.
Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Damn.
Randy Moss, he went to the Super Bowl when they went undefeated, but they lost against the Giants.
You heard me
They lost
here.
the undefeated season.
Yeah, Randy Moss won the Super Bowl. That was one.
He won the Super
Randy
Bowl.
Moss even said that was one of his downfall in the NFL, that he never won the Super Bowl with the Patriots. Yes.
Shout out to Joe Don't Hurt Him. Blessings to
You know,
brother
but
Beach from Center One. Hey,
Now,
Joe.
shout out to True. Shout out to True. Never Free was also in the building, and also Why High, who's
Why
also
High?
in the building. Go ahead.
Shout outs to Baltimore's finest, Truth Hirsch. Shout outs to Tequila, the Queen, and Truth the King. Joe Don't Hurt Him. I just was in Puerto Rico last week, turning up. I just was in Puerto Rico, turning up in Louisa. A Puerto Rico, a Boricua. I'm Boricua now. I'm Puerto Rican now. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm listen. Where's my Puerto Rican scarf at?
You wore that on Monday.
He love that scar.
I love that
keep
scarf.
it on.
I'm listen, I'm Boricua now. Nobody can tell. I'm rapping for the Coquis. That's all we doing today. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Jordan.
so looking at 49ers cap space, they have right now they have about $17 million worth of cap space to spend. But unfortunately, Brandon Aiyuk, he wants between the top five receiver money, which is between $30 and $35 million a year deal. So the thing is about Hakeem, to help you out, there's the which kind of hurts the way in a way is NFL quarterbacks. You see top five quarterbacks like Jordan Love from Green Bay, Joe Burrow from Cincinnati, Trevor Lawrence from Jacksonville, Jared Goff. He's still top five money for Detroit Lions. You know, they're getting paid between $55 to $52 million a year. So, and the thing is what's doing that, because people was watching the cap space. The cap is always going up year by year. And the thing is, you have all when it comes to the players union, they're pushing these players to go, hey, make sure you get your money, because remember, the owners, they get certain, majority amount of the money other than the players do. So you see why a lot of players, they want their money, because they see these billionaires getting all the money for revenue, for jersey sales, from people coming to buy tickets and everything. And also, they seeing their counterparts getting paid too, and they feel like they're just as good as them, say productions-wise. And if you look at their stats, it's that they do have the production is still there. Brandon Aiyuk, he's not just a great receiver of catching balls or taking touchdowns. He's one of the best in the league of being a great blocker. There's not a really great receivers who can really block for being a receiver that can block like that. And Brandon Aiyuk, he's one of the top receivers who can block well. Was a block for their team. Once if Debo Sanders get the ball, he's a great blocker. Or with Chris McCaffrey, he wants to go. He's a great blocker. We saw it in the NFC Championship games in the Detroit Lions of how he made that improbable catch that hit his head and he caught it. And also being a great blocker when it comes to when Chris McCaffrey scored a touchdown in an NFC Championship game. So when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk, he does deserve his money. He should be paid top five money. He's been a great receiver. Like I said, he was second team All-Pro, and also he's a great blocker. But the thing is with San Francisco 49ers, also with the coach Mike Shanahan, his history with receivers, he don't have to get a great receiver. He could draft a receiver or also get like a good receiver and make sure that the receiver could work in his system so they could win games. So unfortunately, with Brandon Aiyuk, even though he's a great receiver, the 49ers can really cut him off and they can find another receiver. And if they can get a same production or lower production, but they still winning games and they still score touchdowns with the Christian McCaffrey, with the Debo Samuels, they'll be just fine. So what I see with Brandon Aiyuk, I do not think he'll get this money, even though the cap might go up next year, which I believe it do, because like I said, NFL is like it's dominant here in the United States and America. They're gonna get that money. I see that Brandon Aiyuk, he might get traded. I don't think he's gonna get traded I'll probably think he's gonna get traded to the season, but I feel like that Cleveland, I think that would be a good spot for him if they can swap him out for Amari Cooper, which he's a good receiver, and I think Amari Cooper could play a key role to San Francisco 49ers. And the thing is, he might get paid $20 million, which is the 49ers can work with that. I can see a deal right there, but Brandon Aiyuk, if I was you, get your money. If the San Francisco 49ers can't give you that money, get your money somewhere else, because the NFL is not for long. It's a certain amount. It's a certain amount of time you can play in the NFL, and get the money as much as you can. Point blank. Period. Get your money, Brandon Aiyuk. If you can't get the 49ers, give it somewhere else.
No, I agree. Go ahead.
I want to give a special shout out to a young lady who's watching in the clouds. She's at work. Shout outs to you, Queen. And I want to, for new subscriber, for watching us in the cloud.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep her name private and stuff. Shout outs to Sherry Bryant.
She gets the hearts.
Hey, give it a heart.
Sherry Bryant gets hearts too. Everybody
get her. Sherry, you women always say you gotta smell good. I kind of felt stank right now, so I wanted to smell good through the camera. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to people, shout outs to the young lady, shout outs to Sherry Bryant, who's all watching us, that young lady who's watching us at work. Thank you so much for watching us. Go ahead, my brother. I duly apologize.
No, 100. But I only got the final statement. To me, Brandon Aiyuk is not like a Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill averaged about close to 200 yards per game. So to me, if you doing stuff like that, to me, you deserve big top dollar. See, Tyreek Hill deserve that top dollar in the Miami Dolphins. But Brandon Aiyuk, he averaged about, like I said, close to 100 on a good day. But on a bad day, he don't average like he normally do. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think these Brandon Aiyuk love the Kyle Shanahan system, and I think the Kyle Shanahan system fits him. If he goes to any other organization, I don't think he's going to perform the way he's performing now. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Kyle Shanahan system just fits him, and that's why I think he is not going anywhere.